So in this video I'll be doing some examples with absolute advantage and comparative advantage. Before I move on to the examples, just check the concepts. The absolute advantage means either it means higher productivity, that is how long does it take to produce a unit of good, or taking less time to produce a good. So that is absolute advantage. That means higher productivity, or it could mean using less input like workers or capital, less resources, or it can also mean more production. If a country is producing more output than other country, then it has absolute advantage in that production of that good. So it could mean either taking less time to produce a good, or using less resources like workers or capital or time, or producing more in terms of output. Okay, so this is about absolute advantage. Whereas comparative advantage relates to opportunity cost. We know that opportunity cost is how much we are sacrificing or giving up to produce additional unit of a good. Okay, that is how much we are sacrificing, or how much good is foregone to produce an additional unit of another good. Okay, so this is about comparative advantage and absolute advantage. So this is, let's practice some of the absolute advantage problems. So which country has an absolute advantage in producing each product? The first one is the US can produce 20 planes, France can produce 12 planes. So we know that US is producing more planes than France. So the US has absolute advantage. So let's take that. This one, absolute advantage. Then second one is the Korea can produce 3 cars or 9 motor cars. Germany can produce 4 cars and 8 motor cars. Which country has absolute advantage in the production of cars? Obviously Germany, because it is producing more cars than Korea. So Germany has absolute advantage in the production of cars. Production of cars, Germany. And Korea has absolute advantage in the production of motorcycles, because it is producing more motorcycles than Germany. Okay. Then the third one is Japan can produce 4 laptops or 12 phones, and Brazil can produce 1 laptops or 5 phones. Okay. So which country has absolute advantage in the production of laptop and phones? Japan has absolute production in the absolute advantage in the production of both laptop and 12 phones, because it is producing more of both compared to Brazil. Okay, so it's Japan. So the last one is Cuba takes 4 hours to make a TV and 12 hours to make a salsa, whereas Mexico takes 1 hour to take a TV and 5 hours to make a salsa. So we have studied that the absolute advantage also means productivity, that is how long a country is taking to produce a given output. Okay, how much time it is taking. So the Cuba is taking 4 hours to make a TV and 12 hours to make a salsa, whereas Mexico takes just 1 hour to make a TV and 5 hours to make it. Obviously, the Mexico has absolute advantage in the production of both TV and salsa. Okay. This is about absolute advantage. Let's solve one more problem. Calculating absolute and comparative advantage. So in Canada, a worker can produce 20 barrels of oil or 40 tons of lumber. In Venezuela, a worker can produce 60 barrels of oil and 30 tons of lumber. So This is a table I have made. So the countries Canada and Venezuela. The oil in barrels. In Canada it is 20 barrels of oil and 40 tons of lumber, and in Venezuela it is 60. A worker produces 60 barrels of oil and 30 tons of lumber. Okay, now the first question is, who has the absolute advantage in the production of oil or lumber? How can you tell? Absolute advantage, we know who produces more or who produces less resources. Here, since they have not given any resources or no inputs are involved, they directly have given the output. So just check which country produces. They are asking absolute advantage in oil or lumber. So here you can see in oil, which country produces more oil? It's Venezuela. So Venezuela has absolute advantages in oil, and in lumber, Canada produces more than Venezuela. So Canada has absolute advantage in the production of lumber. So Canada has absolute advantage in lumber. Venezuela has absolute advantage in oil. You can easily tell, because which produces more, you can compare and tell. The second is, which country has a comparative advantage in the production of oil? For comparative advantage, we know you have to calculate the opportunity cost per unit, or which country has low opportunity cost, or that is the comparative advantage. Low opportunity cost is which country is giving up less of other good for producing a unit of one good. Okay, so let's check. Let's calculate the unit opportunity cost per unit. First we will calculate for Canada. Comparative cost, that is low opportunity cost for Canada, is 40/20. So they are asking which country has comparative advantage in the production of oil. What is foregone? Opportunity cost formula is what is foregone over what is gained. This is the opportunity cost per unit formula. So what is foregone here? To produce 20 barrels of oil, it is giving up 40 lumber. So which goes first? 40. So 40/20. So that is 2 units of lumber. For every 1 barrel for 1 oil, 2 lumber, or 1 barrel of oil, 2 tons of lumber. That's the ratio or the opportunity cost. Let's see Venezuela, how much it gives up of lumber, how much it gives up lumber to produce a unit of oil. So 30/60. So this is the foregone lumber, this is the gained, that is oil, that is half lumber. For every 1 unit of oil, it is giving up half unit of lumber. So which has lower opportunity cost here? It is giving up 2 units of lumber. Which one? Canada. Whereas it is giving up only half. So it has low opportunity cost. So Venezuela has comparative advantage in the production of oil. Okay. Which country is compared in the production of oil? It's Venezuela. Venezuela has lower opportunity cost or comparative advantage in producing oil. Okay. So the next is, which country has comparative advantage in producing lumber? So we already calculated this one. It's the inverse of the first one. So for 1 unit of oil, it is taking 2 lumber. Then for 1 lumber, it is taking half oil, just inverse of 2. Okay. The reverse of 2 is half oil. And this is also true for this. So 1 lumber equals 2 oil. So which has less opportunity cost, or which is giving up less amount of oil to produce a lumber? It's Canada, because it is only giving up half oil. So it has lower opportunity cost in the production of oil, whereas Venezuela is giving up more of oil to produce a lumber. So Canada has comparative advantage in producing lumber. Okay. The next one is, in this example, is absolute advantage the same as comparative advantage or not? In this example, absolute advantage is the same as comparative advantage, because Canada has an absolute and comparative advantage in lumber, okay, and Venezuela has absolute and comparative advantage in oil. In what product should Canada specialize? In what product should Venezuela specialize? So we know that specialization takes place in which it has comparative advantage. So we know that Canada has comparative advantage, or should specialize in relative lower opportunity cost or comparative advantage, which is lumber, and Venezuela should specialize in oil. So Canada will be exporting lumber and importing oil, and Venezuela will be exporting oil and importing lumber.